Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to your football predictions. I said in the last predictions video if you wanted to see another one tonight for the midweek football, drop a like, get your predictions in down below, and loads of you guys dropped a like, loads of you guys commented on the last video, so we are doing another video tonight. It's going to be a quick one, but those are my predictions from the weekend up there. No correct scores, a couple of correct outcomes for me. Newcastle West Ham went 1-1. West Ham won 3-0, so I wasn't too happy about that. Crystal Palace Burnley, I went 2-1. Crystal Palace, they won 2-0, so I got that one right. Arsenal Spurs, some of you guys might have watched that game. What a game. I went 2-2. Arsenal won 4-2. And then Liverpool Everton, I thought Liverpool were going to win. They just won. This video winner is Smithy the Hammer. 2 correct scores. The only person to get 2 correct scores. So well done to you, mate. And if you want to be shouted out just like Smithy was, make sure to get your predictions down in the comments below, ready for these midweek games. So we've only got a couple of days till it kicks off. And as always, I've got a few of the games lined up that we're going to go through now. The first game we are looking at is Tuesday night at 7:45. We have Bournemouth taking on Huddersfield. So Bournemouth currently sitting in 9th, Huddersfield sitting in 17th. You'd guess by the position in the league that Bournemouth would be on better form than Huddersfield, but they're actually not. Bournemouth have lost their last 4 games in a row. They've had some tough fixtures, I'll give them that, and they did lose their most recent game against Man City this weekend, so it has been tough for them. Huddersfield also lost their game at the weekend against Brighton, but before that they'd got 2 wins and a draw in their last few games, so recent form, I'd say Huddersfield maybe, but then again Bournemouth have had some tough fixtures. Bournemouth are at home, they are playing some really good football at the minute. So despite the recent form of Bournemouth, I'm thinking maybe they'll pull it back against Huddersfield. So I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. Next up again on the Tuesday night, but at 8 o'clock I've gone for the Watford versus Man City game. Watford currently sitting in 10th, Man City sitting top of the league in 1st. So Watford have not been on the greatest of form recently, winning just 1 in their last 5 games, and they lost against Leicester this weekend. Man City are still undefeated this season. They've won their last 6 games in a row and they beat Bournemouth like I mentioned at the weekend. So I haven't really included Man City in my predictions too much recently because they really are that good right now. They are beating everyone. And it's not much of a prediction when they're winning every game, but I've included them for this midweek game. And Watford at home, like I said, poor form of late. Could this be a chance to take that undefeated status off Man City? I don't know. Man City have got a lot of games at the minute with Champions League and everything else, and now obviously back-to-back Premier League games between weekends. Saying that, I've still got to back Man City because they are ridiculous right now, so I'm going to go 3-1 Man City, but I'd like to see Watford put in a good shift and maybe turn the tables in that game. Moving on to the Wednesday 7:45 kickoff, I'm going for the Everton versus Newcastle game. So Everton currently sitting in 6th, Newcastle sitting in 15th. Everton have been on some decent form of late. They've in the last 5 they've won 2, they drew 1 against Chelsea, but then obviously today they lost against Liverpool 1-0 with a last-second goal. I don't know if you guys watched that game as well, but it's a tough one for Everton to take in a derby in the last minute. Newcastle won our previous 3 games in a row. I thought we were really hitting some good form, and then the game against West Ham, losing 3-0 at home was it was poor. It was a poor game. I thought first half Newcastle did alright, made some chances, but nothing really clear-cut. And West Ham punished us for it. You know, they deserved the points. They were the ones who stuck the ball in the net, and Newcastle didn't. So, yeah, midweek game away to Everton. And Everton just losing their derby. They are definitely going to want to make up for that ASAP. So, against what I actually want to happen, I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to go 1-0 Everton. I'd love it if Newcastle could turn it around after what was a really poor game at the weekend, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one. And to finish things off, the 8 o'clock game on Wednesday, we've got Man U taking on Arsenal. Man U currently sitting in 7th, Arsenal sitting in 4th. In Man United's last 5 games, they won 2, then they lost against Man City, and then they've drawn their last 2. The most recent one being yesterday when they were 2-0 down against Southampton after 20 minutes, and then fighting back to get that 2-2 draw. Arsenal after losing their first 2 games of the season against Chelsea and Man City. They haven't lost a game since then. And they have had a few draws in the last couple of games and then went ahead and beat Spurs tonight or today 4-2. So if you guys watched that game as well, but it was a very, very good watch, end-to-end stuff. And after winning that game against Spurs, they've actually clinched themselves a top 4 space. So big up to Arsenal winning that game. Going to Old Trafford, Man U, as we know, are a little bit here and there at the minute, and Arsenal are going to be absolutely buzzing after that win today. So, prediction, after seeing what Arsenal did today, and because Man U were 2-0 down after 20 minutes against Southampton, yes, they did get the draw back, but I'm going to back Arsenal. I'm going to go 3-2 Arsenal. Plenty of goals. That's what we want to see. And that's it, guys. So those are my predictions up there. As I mentioned, a slightly quicker video today, but I hope you've enjoyed it. So make sure to drop a like and get your predictions down in the comments below. I'll be taking a note of all of them before the first midweek game kicks off, which is Tuesday night. So you haven't got long at all to get your predictions in. But as always, thank you all for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next week, ready for the predictions next weekend. Alright, guys. Catch you later.